Okay, so I thought I'd explain a bit more about this diagram. I've just tidied it up a bit, and I've used black for metal, and I couldn't find my red pen, so we've just got this purple for the fire. So this is to explain about the three families, and it's based on the model of the Chinese clock. So it starts here at 3 in the morning for the first family here, which is just this one section here, like this segment of this pie. So it runs from 3 to 11, the first family. The second family is running from 11 to 7, and the third family is from 7 to 3. So the premise of this is that each of the families has a particular theme that is the theme resonates with this family. So for instance, the first family here, which comprises metal and earth, has the theme of generating qi and distributing the qi through the body. This second family is all about the kind of inner sense of calm. So this has got fire and water and the balance between. And this last one is about relaxation and tension and creativity. So if you're familiar with the Shiatsu model of the story of the amoeba from Masunaga, it's a little bit like that, but it's a much older model, and it's broken up into these three sections. My premise within Shiatsu is that you could work on any one of these three groups to effect changes, and it very rapidly simplifies the process of diagnosis, because you just have to figure out which approach or which segment you want to work on. For instance, the first family here is about tiredness and vitality. So if somebody's basically tired, this is the one to focus on. Second family, about calm and anxiety. So if somebody's anxious, working on that to promote calm. Third family, about tension and relaxation. So to promote those sorts of things. I've mentioned before about how you also find within this model the theory of the six divisions. So I just want to show you how that works. Between, if you were just to look at the first family here, we have lung, large intestine, stomach, and spleen. But these two here, large intestine and stomach, comprise the yang-ming pair of these six divisions. So large intestine and stomach are working on the yang surfaces of the arm from the first finger to the head and then down the leg, and that's to do with distribution of qi once it's been developed. The other six division pair here, spleen and lung, are the tai yin, and these are to do with the generation of qi. The question about whether it's directly related to this model of the five elements is one that is interesting, but it doesn't really relate strongly to this particular model. I think that it's better not to really connect them. However, you could see that, for instance, the first family, lung, large intestine, stomach, and spleen, are all contained within here. So there is a strong resonance of this side of the diagram. And also the third family, this one here, wood and fire are working. But this section here, the second family, is really about the upward relationship between water and fire. And that's a kind of core concept in Chinese medicine of this central column of energy. So I hope that helps. It's not really to do with the generation sequence and so on. However, it kind of matches, but it's only matching in that one place. So what we have here really actually is that the metal in a way generates the earth. So it's kind of the other way around. However, some scholars actually think that this generation sequence of going around this way is not quite right. Some people think that it goes both ways, so that they're both mutually assisting each other. The neighbours are each mutually So that's quite a nice model as well to bear in mind. So you'll notice also that we have a movement of the energy from the arm to the leg. So we've got two metal channels here, are up in the arm, and these earth ones are in the leg. And another thing that's really, really great about this is to see that we have the movement of energy from lung in the chest here out to the thumb. It changes direction, changes back up. Now it's a yang channel. It goes up to the head. There it meets the stomach channel. It goes down to the toes, and then from the toes back up to the chest. So it's a cycle within itself. So if somebody has some sort of blockage to do with tiredness, sometimes we have to just free up this first family to get everything moving again. So that's the premise of using the three families as diagnosis, because it's fairly simple to figure out if somebody is primarily tired or anxious or tense. Of course, sometimes you might think, well, people have a bit of both, and that, of course, then kind of widens the scope of Chinese medicine out to the traditional questions of diagnosis. So we can use all of the standard ways we diagnose in Chinese medicine to work with this model. For instance, if we suspected somebody had, let's say, spleen qi deficiency, looking at the earth element there, if you're pretty sure about that, you can just treat that one element within there. The premise, though, is that with this system, we know that stomach and spleen help each other, so the yang aspect of the stomach will work with the yin aspect of the spleen. So that's already happening. But the other aspect is, with the 6 divisions, that the lung assists the spleen and the large intestine assists the stomach. So you can very legitimately treat all of these 4 channels to affect the functioning of this one channel, spleen. So remember with Shiatsu that we are using finger pressure and thumb pressure on the points. So this is very different from the acupuncture model of using needling for points. So overall the stimulation is much wider anyway. So we are affecting whole channels and allowing the channels to rebalance themselves. So this is really part of the ethos of Shiatsu anyway, that we're using wider systems. So I hope that clarifies the 3 families model. There's lots more that can be said about it, so look forward to sharing more. All right.